Bum, ba, 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 ba. Gilded
Gilded
balls.
balls.
Woo!
Woo,
Love
nice.
the feeling. Happy Monday, people. It's
This is a
Monday.
rare one.
It's a rare Monday episode. We finally, we're out of my busy season, right?
Well, I had a change. This is supposed to be my game night, but my friend he's in Dallas visiting some friends and family, I guess, this weekend. So
Well, I'm
I have an
glad
open
for our
evening.
good fortune. We get to have an
Mm-hmm.
episode. Um, so what I wanted to talk about today was, and this is financial advice. I know everybody says this is not financial advice. This is financial advice. Set your stop losses.
Set
Set
stop
losses.
losses.
Set them. It literally costs you, well, at least in our platform, 0 to set a stop loss.
Mm-hmm.
And it saves you money. So right now, if you've been hearing us, we've been swing trading. I've been doing 5x leverage,
Mm-hmm.
and we did them when the bull was going up, and it stopped going up, which meant all of my money was tied up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, a week or so ago, I got liquidated with apes, and
Yep.
Kilted's been liquidated with apes over and over. And I was like,
only
oh,
twice. Only twice.
I'm like, that sucks. But all my others were kind of low, and I actually thought to myself last night, maybe I should set a stop loss and at least save 10% or at least save 20%.
Save something.
Save something. I go, even though it's not much, but I'm like, I don't know. I can't decide. And I woke up this morning and one of them was liquidated, and an hour later, another one was liquidated. And here's the thing, and Kilton can tell you this. I talked to him last night and I said, things are going to go down overnight. They're going to go down. That's why
It
I
was
was
looking
thinking
like
about,
that.
yeah. And that's why I was thinking about setting a stop loss, because I'm like, they're going to go down. So it's a good time to set a stop loss, which I didn't do. I didn't do that.
Well, you even asked about shorting Bitcoin last night, which Lifer was talking about on the weekly candle close a little bit. And I did not. I chose not to do that till this morning,
Yeah,
which is
that's how confident I was it was going to drop, that I said we should short Bitcoin while I had a long on Bitcoin.
I've done that before. I did that today.
But I didn't set a stop loss. Like, I wasn't
No.
smart enough. Like, I thought about it, but I didn't do it. And so now I lost positions on 2 different things. And for those of you who don't understand how future trading or leverage trading works, that money's gone. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm down 20%. It's that the money is just gone. It's gone. It's poof. So now I've got to earn it all back.
I did not think XRP, my stop loss for my XRP was at 71 cents. And I didn't think there was any way that XRP was going to go that low again. Like, it just didn't. And I was wrong. I was really wrong.
I didn't think it would go. And that's why I left my stuff in XRP, because I'm like, no way that's going down. Now, here's the really stupid part. I still have a 5X on Bitcoin with no stop loss, because I'm like, there's no way. There's no way it's going down.
No way it's going to 38. Well, I do have something to share, especially after, I mean, I listen to Lifer and I really like the things he says. And the past couple days, he's really been like super. Oh, you can sorry, you can go in your room, Ab, if you're just Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Taking a moment for station identification.
Yes, I am.
Kilted Balls Network.
I thought that he was waiting for me to go through his door, but he's waiting on Mom. So sorry. So after those without setting the stop losses like you're talking about, and Lifer teaches set your stop losses
all the time.
And we didn't, and he's been super anti-leverage trading, like super anti, like people get in, they go to 0 and then they get out. So he'll do the 3x coin, which won't go to 0 on KuCoin. It's set up to it. You can't get liquidated on it. So done that, but we've ventured out a little bit and started doing some things. So after being liquidated again this last weekend, I was just doing a little soul searching, and you know what? Like, I'm not going to swing. I'm not going to do leverage anymore. I'll do the 3 here and there. And that's fine. So today I said, we were talking about the short. I did take the short out this morning after, watching it go down last night, and it was looking like it was going to go lower. So I did the KuCoin,
Mm-hmm.
the 3S, and I pulled almost 10% out. So I was happy about that by the time it hit bottom.
Nice.
So I have a few $100 sitting there, and I'm like, well, this is the bottom. I'm done doing leverage. So I took 100x long.
I'm done doing leverage. Let me do 100x.
Well, my idea was I already have the 5x just like you do. I have a 5x that's way down, but I'm just waiting for it. I'm like, it's gotta come back. Like it just has to. And that's the chance I'm taking. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. If Bitcoin drops that low, then I'd rather not take out my little bit now. I'd just rather lose it than to pull it out and have it go back up and be irritated with myself.
Right. Now you did that. What happened?
So yeah, that's the thing. So I was thinking, because it was two different amounts, because I had the 5x and then doing the 100x, that it would be two different things. And so I could watch it differently. So I'd have two different unrealized P&Ls. Because when you do the futures, you can look and see how much you've made unrealized.
Right.
So I was all excited. I did it. And I instantly realized that it does not show it like that. It just adds it all together and then adjusts your X.
So what is your X? So it's not 100.
It's not 100 and it's not 5.
Which my 5s had all changed to like 12s and 20. And I think that's why I got liquidated.
They do change, and I guess I should probably understand that better, like why it does that. Right now it says I have 58.56x.
Okay.
So
it kind of cut the middle.
Yeah. So I guess it took the 700 and added it in to the original. I had 3,000 in that one. 4,000.
Okay.
Wait.
But now it's at 58x.
Yeah, now it's at 58x. So I think I'm just
wow.
Hello everybody. My name is Jeremy Antrim, and I'm a degenerate.
Such a degenerate.
So I don't think I'm gonna make a habit of that. I was like, it's Bitcoin. I really did believe it's the bottom. I guess beliefs are something we're not really supposed to do. The stochastics was showing it was the bottom as well. Like everything was looking really good, like there was going to be an upturn, and there has been. I mean, it's gone up. So that's awesome.
But it's averaging your buy-in from before, right?
Yeah, it's averaging that as well. So when I bought back in, it was like 39,300, like right around there. So I'm writing it out. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, well, it's super funny. And as we talked about before, I want to do 100x trades.
By the minute.
I want to do by the minute 100x trades.
That's what I was thinking, because I can see the green candle that I bought at the bottom of, and if I would have got out there, it would have been awesome.
So if you did your 100x straight, you would have won. If I had done my 100x straight, I would have won. All of my practice, I've won. I haven't lost yet.
I have. Because I was because on that one I couldn't do 100x. I did a 20x. I was doing it by the minute. I had a chance to take a shower. I came back out. I made my money.
Yes.
I jumped in again because the stochastics turned enough to where I was comfortable going in on the minute again. And then I decided to drive an hour to the warehouse. And I got liquidated as I was driving to the warehouse.
So the reason I say by the minute is because you can't walk away. You have to literally sit there. And that's definitely a lesson you learned. We've talked about that.
Yes.
So if we're doing 100x and apparently even a 20x, you can't walk away from your computer. You've got to stare at it because you're going to have to hit sell. And the argument that somebody will make is, well, why don't you just set your profit sell? Because you can do that as well. Here's why. Because you can get a pretty good understanding if you're staring at the minute. I feel like, not financial advice for sure now, But I feel like if you're really studying the charts and you're really paying attention and you're watching all the cells and you're looking at Cripe, what's the website Lifer does every once in a while where it has the circles?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I can't.
It's not. I wanted to say book games, and it's not book games.
It's book. It is book something. Bookmark. Right. Book.
Anyway, yes. It shows you how everybody is purchasing. You can get a good idea of, are you going to get 1 or 2 green candles, or are you going to get a red candle? And so here's the thing: if you're watching all that and you've got a green candle and it's at 8%, let's say,
yeah,
and you see it getting ready to turn, you can't wait for it getting to 10, because again, if you're doing 100x, 1% will liquidate you.
Yeah.
So 1% negative. So you got to pay really close attention and be like, nope, boom, done.
Yeah. And the nice part is too, you can watch the 1 minute. You can pay to get less than the 1 minute on the Trading View. I pay to get, I don't pay that much to get that, but you can watch it on KuCoin. You can watch it live, like the buys and sells on KuCoin.
I watch it on there and on Coinbase. I watch it on both.
When you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because I want to make sure I'm not getting screwed up info. I want to see where it's going, because again, any little deviation causes a huge change, and you can't take those risks.
And that is, we talked about this too. That is strictly gambling.
Yes.
And the asterisk here is you have a lot of information you can look at. So it's not, it's still gambling.
It's gambling,
but with that information, you can raise your odds against the house, but you never know what the market makers are going to do either.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. So the only difference between this and gambling, traditional gambling, is when you go to a casino to gamble, it's set up for the house to win.
Yes.
It's made that way. The odds are all in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it's in your favor, but it's not. It's always the odds are in their favor. Otherwise, they'd be out of business, right?
Yes.
That's how they make money. When you're doing this, like even if you're horse racing, like if you pick the winner and everybody knows it's going to be the winner, you don't actually win very much money.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to pick
yes, that
something,
makes sense.
Right? In this case, you have the same data you would in the horse race, but the winner and the loser are both equal. There's no house.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the market makers, and the market makers aren't trying to screw you. They're trying to get money too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they just have bigger bags that they're moving.
They do. And so that's why a thing like the book thing, you can see what the market movers are doing.
I think it is Bookmark, but yes.
But you know what I mean? You can look at them and say, oh, look, all of a sudden they're putting in sell orders for 50,000 shares. And you're like, now it's time to get out, right? Like you can see that. Whereas if you're betting on a horse race, you can be like, okay, I've done all the things, and the house says this horse is going to win, and I say it's going to win. And then during the race, it pulls up lame. I don't get to pull back my bet.
Yes.
Whereas this one, we get to pull our bet out.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, there's no house.
Yes.
So it is gambling, as in nobody knows what's going to happen. And Crypto Lifer says that all the time. He goes, like, even with the Bitcoin, he goes, I think Bitcoin's going to go down to 40,800. No guarantee of that. Hope I'm wrong, but all the data shows that that's where it's going to go.
Yep.
But he goes, it may not. You don't know what's going to happen. And it did.
Mm-hmm.
But it just as easily could have skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The war in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine happened. Boop, it dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the black swan events that we never know.
Right, but they can happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if China tomorrow is going to be like, hey, we're going to restrict Bitcoin. And then the next day, never mind, now we're going to love Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, if you've made it this far, friends, in our quick Monday episode, I do have an announcement. We've talked about this a little bit. Ballbuster does not know what's going on.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So I did get some information a couple weeks ago that, not a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, that our friends at the Uncaged Con, which when it came out, I signed up for instantly. I was like, I'm going. This
Me
is
as
going to
well.
be awesome. And then Ballbuster pointed out that it's the week after VCon.
It
And
is.
VCon's going to be a crazy busy week. Like I'm probably flying Tuesday.
You're flying
But I don't know.
Tuesday?
I forget. Does it
I
start
took
on Thursday?
Thursday. I took Thursday and Friday off of work.
Okay, I'm flying Wednesday then. I'm going to get
Okay.
there Wednesday. I can check in Wednesday. I was thinking it was, I don't know why I thought it was 5 days. But anyways, I'll be flying Wednesday and Monday. But I did, and I wasn't sure about the week after that, but I've decided I'm going to go for sure. It's a 9-hour drive. I'm gonna send orders Friday morning. I'm gonna drive up Friday evening there, Saturday there, head out Sunday.
I wasn't gonna go because you weren't keen on going.
I wasn't sure. I was trying to drop some hints with you.
I heard your hints.
So I mean, if we both can make it, that's gonna be awesome. If we're gonna want to work something out, that'll be awesome too. But I'm going.
This is where I would normally flick him off, but this is going on YouTube. So mentally, I'm giving you the finger right now.
Well, you weren't sure, so I wasn't sure, but that was like this is something that I feel I can make it.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of hurdles. I was thinking I had to fly and there'd be a lot more hoops to jump through. Yeah. But when I looked it up, where it's at in Pennsylvania 9 hours isn't that big of a drive at all. It's actually 9 hours for each of us, because from where you're coming from too.
Let me show you something surprising then to end this episode.
What's that?
Well, I was talking to my wife during the day, and I haven't gotten approval yet. But I was like, I can get a direct flight pretty much from Lansing to North Carolina on Thursday. And I can get a flight right back on Saturday.
Awesome.
And if you're like, why would I do that besides seeing Kilted? So the big thing with the Bitcoin miners, our business, is that the electricity is what sucks all your profits, right? It's literally your only overhead. I shouldn't say that. There's other overhead, but that's the main overhead. And what we found is in Michigan, it's hundreds of dollars more per month to run the miners than it is in North Carolina.
Yes, it is.
So it'd be worthwhile to go down and bring them to North Carolina and get them all set up and running in North Carolina than it is to continue running them in Michigan. So it's
I had a feeling I was going to be seeing you this weekend. I was actually going to ask you that.
I talked to her and she was like, maybe, but she's torn because I think she doesn't want me to go. Maybe she does. Yeah. She loves me, but but on the other hand, the miners drive her crazy. So
yeah.
And with summer coming, it'll be harder to run them here.
Yes.
Of the heat. So,
yeah, it's going to be a lot warmer there. A lot more things that you'd have to take care of.
A lot more of everything. Yeah. So anyway,
awesome.
Yeah, wouldn't that be so cool? We'll be chatting about that. So maybe we'll do a shoot from down there and show you guys our miners set up and show you how they're all working. So that'd be cool. Well, anyway,
and
thank you.
Even you could fly down the Thursday after VCon and fly back the Monday, right?
Yeah,
we'll
for sure.
Drive together.
We'll just drive together to VCon. Wait, why would we drive to VCon?
No,
you mean for Uncaged.
The weekend after?
Oh, the weekend after. I wondered if we would go to UncageCon because they kind of said on their thing, Ballbuster and Kilted are going to be there.
When I heard that made my mind really start moving to how can I get this to work?
Mine as well. So,
and friends of the show, thank you. Yes,
for sure. All right. Well, this is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday and listening to our swing trading woes. We'll keep you updated. We'll probably do a live episode one of these times when I do the 100Xs. Because I'll be doing the per minute and watch me like panic and freak out about it. And who knows, maybe you'll see me lose a whole bunch of money. That'd be fun. So
sounds glorious.
That's right. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Ballbuster signing off.
Kilted Dragon Jerry. Love you all.